Shalom Yasharala. Before we go into this lesson, we give all honor, all glory, and all praises to Yahweh, Sokal, Halal Yam, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Bahasham, Rakakodash. Give double honors to the apostles and prophets and elders of JMS Campbell and our great mercy for the bring for the 100th century that we're currently edified under. Now today's lesson is going to be a little bit different. We're going to deal with a little herbs, a little short lesson on the herbs because of a situation that took place where a client of mine's, I'll say a client of mine's, she ended up getting I don't want to call it name, but I want to say the quarantine disease, where she had to quarantine for 14 days, and she just told me about it day before yesterday. Now I remember when I came by her, when I delivered the product, which was a parasite and blood cleanse, right? And this just goes to show how powerful deliver the parasite and blood cleanse to how powerful these herbs are that the Most High create, because I delivered these herbs to her, and I also made some tea bags that I told her about. I put it in a brown paper bag and I put it in her drawer, right? So when she was quarantined, this was a year back, and the herbs were still lasting today. The tea bags that I made for her. So during her quarantine, she said she was feeling weak, she was feeling dry. She called me late. She had already been in quarantine for 1 week. She called me yesterday and relayed this information to me. So I was like, so why didn't you call me before when this had happened? She said she did not know. So I said, well, how long would you wait for it to, you wait 2 days and realize that the diarrhea content is constant for this quarantine disease. So you contact the health facility and you let them know, and the patient say for quarantine, whatever the case is, blah, 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 blah. 40 to 21 days, whatever the case, however it was established, right? Which we understand how these things work, right? And then from there, you was quiet. You're constantly eating your nonsense. I guess sugars and milk, and which makes it worse. So you are constantly in a state of what? In diarrhea. Your body trying to clean to get majority of the parasites out. Now hear this funny thing, right? When I told her to check her drawer by the kitchen, there's a paper bag which has parasite and blood cleanse that I made for her, and I told her if there's anything that if you get sick with anything, take a tea bag and draw it and drink it. It will cut your sickness. That was my exact words back then to her. So I told her the exact same thing and she remembered. And then when she took it, she got up this morning and telling me that she took it last night. The symptoms started to disappear within the time of last night. Right? I want you all to hear this because it's how powerful Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has made these herbs to be. Right? And he appointed men to do these said tasks. Now, I don't want to claim myself as one, but as far as my works have been providing the proper remedies to prolong one's life. So, let's go into the lesson of Ecclesiasticus chapter 38 and verse 1, where it says, honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which ye may have of him, for the Most High had created him. It says, for of the Most High cometh healing, which is indeed correct. And remember, we went into Genesis chapter 1 and verse, I believe it's 20 or 11 and 12. Let me go into it. Rather also remember that Genesis chapter 1 and verses, I think it's 11 and 12. I will tell you. Yeah, where it says, and the angel said, let us bring forth grass, and herbs yielding seed, and fruit trees yielding fruits after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. And it was so, which was indeed indeed brought upon, was created, all from the will of Yahweh Shemel. And as we can clearly see when you go into, I'll go into correct. 39 and 16, it says, all the works of the Most High are exceedingly good, and whatsoever he commanded shall be accomplished in due season. Right? So all of the works of Yahweh Shemel is exceedingly good. Much much more for the herbs that he has created, which is why they are working very, very correctly and unified in this time. Which, let's continue. It says, the skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. It says, for the Most High created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them, which is indeed correct, because these herbs was designed for our consumption, that we will get better if we happen to get sick. Remember, which scriptures say, the creature is subject to vanity. Right? This body that we have, this physical fleshly body, is designed to go off. And what the scripture also say, from the wages of sin is death, but the gift of the Most High is eternal life through Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. So, as we subject to vanity, and as our body will go off and we may sin, there are curses that are set upon us, which indeed usually are some form of sickness. Also, ourselves neglecting our health, as well as us being somewhat greedy, which also not greedy, but gluttonous, and probably even eating unclean meats and unclean foods, which in understanding, a good example, I think I read this in Numbers, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but for those who consume, I believe is swine's flesh, but I don't want to paraphrase it wrong, so let me just give a wisdom from research. Wisdom from research shows that those who are consuming plenty swine's flesh will eventually have liver problems, kidney problems, heart failure, and also skin diseases like leprosy, most common. So I just want to give that understanding before we continue. So and that's just where it is, because the herb that was given was, this herb that came up in my head. I had no thought of creating something like that. I was introduced to one herb, which was wormwood. And then from there, I orchestrated a combination that I want to master. That was my thing. I want to orchestrate a combination that I want to master that will get rid of everyone's disease as they use it. So, Yahweh Hashem has blessed me with that thought coming into reality when you really think about it. But I can't say every disease as yet, because I haven't tested everything. But that just waited to the point in time. So that is why when it says the Most High created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. That medicine that is out of the earth is dealing with what? The herbs and the fruit trees, the leaves and the fruit trees, the herb which is created for our healing. Because even when you make the fruits, ferment certain fruits, like making oil from the coconut, when you add that to your hair or your teeth or your gums, it repairs your gums, it cleans your teeth, it restores the follicles in your hair. It removes things like dandruff or dry scalp or certain skin diseases. As well as you get the shea butter from the shea tree, African shea tree. When you get that shea butter and you apply it to your hair, those things tend to remove and a face and skin, those things tend to remove things like psoriasis, eczema. It's a correct understanding. I have been using it on people and they have gotten their results. So, the herbs, the Most High created medicine out of the earth, and the Most High created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. So I suggest that you yourself don't abhor them, because in trying times, the tribulation of our people pertaining to Jacob's trouble, we would need it. That's the truth. So that is why I bring in this lesson today, because I want you all to know what the ingredients is. Right? I'm not going to give you the whole 28 combination, but I will give you the simple 7 herb of completion, which I've mentioned multiple times. But this is exactly what I've used and exactly what I've given to the client, that in one day of taking it, she was able to overcome the quarantine virus. I don't want to say the word, or you know exactly what I'm talking about. The quarantine for 14 days virus, or 14 to 21 days virus, which was very harsh on she. She was feeling weak. She was feeling out of it. She even said that she don't know if she could make it. And then the next day, she said, hey, I feel so better. Thank you so much. I had to give all credit where credit is due to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because if it wasn't for him, I would not be here being able to help people. That's why when you go into the scripture, it says, was not the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known? In understanding drawing the herbs, or even the quality of the herbs. Was not the water made sweet with wood? That wood is that bark or the root. It says, and he had give men skill, that might be honored in his marvelous works, with such that he heal men and take away their pains. It's as simple as that. Which is why I suggest that we continue to grab and hold on to wisdom. Because guess what? At this point in time, if we would need Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to keep that Rakakadash on us at this point in time, so that we could be more advanced in knowledge than the heathens and everybody else when you really think about it. This is all we have, and this is all we need for salvation on this side. So my suggestion is, as the scriptures say it, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. For the fear of Yahweh is his treasure. So while we are waiting, while we are travailing to interpret the scriptures, while we have to work to eat, you understand where I'm coming from? To feed our families, to pay bills, because we are subject to that because of our state of falling, right? While we are the state of that, while we wait patiently for Yahweh Shai's return, so that we could see that everlasting body, that new or renewed body to be exact. My advice is, as we're going into the scriptures, let me get some understanding as to certain things that we could use to help ourselves, right? So, let me go back on the Ecclesiasticus 38. And it says, then give place to the physician, for the Most High had created him. Let him not go from thee, for thou hast need of him. There is a time when in their hands there is good success, because as we know, who are ordained to perish will perish. So at times when we are dealing with people and we are helping them, they still tend to. I'll give you a good example. I have a client who passed away. He was, I don't want to call his name, but he was dealing with heart. He was overcoming heart, and he got the virus from someone. That same quarantine virus, mind you, and in 2 days' time, he was able to come out. Now, they wanted to run tests on him and didn't feed him for 3 days. So, even if the herbs would have healed you and get you better, if the Most High is ready for you, there's nothing you can do about that. It's your time, it's your time. So, that's what I'm trying to say. So even at times where they are good, there will be good success. Times they may be not. But at this point, as far as I could see, the combination has been helping a lot of people. And I had to say Tawada Yahweh at the end of the day. Tawada Yahweh. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakodash. Barakatha Yahweh. So let's continue. It says, for they shall also pray unto the Most High, that he would prosper that which they give for ease and for remedy to prolong life, which is what I gave to the lady. She's a mature lady, to be exact. So she would. That is why I stuck I think I have 4 or 5 tea bags I made. I stuck it in her in the bag and put it in her drawer. I told her that is exactly what it is in case of any situation. Because I know she's more mature. So guess what? Her immune system would not be working as functional as the regular youths. So she would need something to assist her. Which I'm glad my mind said that, because she would have probably, I just saying, I don't want to, I'm not the person that would ordain life or death. But she may have been that person to cap out too. So Tawada Yahweh Shai. Let's continue. It says, he that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hands of the physician. Like I was saying before. We all, this body that we have here is designed to fall. We will go off one way or the other, or we may have gone off before. So he that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hands of the physician. It's as clear as possible. So the herbs that are going to give you all one more time, because I know the famine was going to hit very hard. We are seeing the signs and it's very, very near. So guess what? Before it does, wormwood, first herb of a combination, I've done this many times. Black walnut, number 2. Blessed thistle, number 3. Chaparral, number 4. You write these things down so far, right? One more time. Wormwood, black walnut, chaparral, blessed thistle. Write those down. Then we have the next tree, yeah. Clove. That's 5. 6 is neem. That's 6. 7 would normally originally be zevapique, but you could substitute that with mullein leaf or ella campaign. So either or you have 3 different types that would complete the 7 herb of completion. Now, if you want to add these 3 more, instead of making 7 herbs of completion, it's up to you. It will work properly the same way. But I just like to make my shit unified a little bit at least. So you all should understand where I'm coming from. So I hope this will conclude the lesson. I hope you all understand this combination is very powerful and very vital for getting rid of that quarantine disease. So for those who are going through the situation, this cuts it like it's nothing. I'm being honest with you. Like I said, not even a day. In 2 hours, 2 hours time, when I called, she was feeling a lot better already. And the fever gone, the breakup feeling, it just get gone, the shittings gone. Yeah, saying the shittings, the diarrhea, the shittings gone completely, which was on her for a week and 2 days. Gone completely. The cough gone in 2 hours. So that if that's not the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, I don't know what is. His creation is so amazing and beautiful. That's why I can't wait for the kingdom to see how much more vast and great things that are there to see. Because our eyes would not be able to comprehend what he's really going to give us, aside from what we know on this side. So that's just what it is. So Shalom Yasharala, Kal Halaliam Yahweh, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakwadash. We give double honors to the apostles and prophets and elders of JMS Carpet and all great millstone for the bring for the 100% truth, as well as the like-minded brothers speaking the like-minded truth. Shalom to them, shalom to the elect, shalom to the tabernacle of David, to the one-third, and shalom to my elders, who I considered my elders, Brother Abaniah and Brother Matazalbat, for they helped me to grow well in this truth, and they also brought me in as well. So I just need a little more refining, which I ask daily, to cast me not away from thy presence, dear Yahweh, take another record from me and build me up in this truth. So shalom, and all you have a good one.